Let's pickle and can some banana peppers today. The pepper on the left is a little more ripe than the one on the right, but since we're pickling, you won't see much of a difference in taste. You're going to give them a good wash. Some people like to even wash them in white vinegar. You're going to get your ice bath ready. The peppers are going to sit in your ice bath for about 24 hours. The point of the ice bath is to keep your peppers crunchy and not all slimy and soggy when you go to eat them. You're going to cut your peppers up into thin slices or whatever you would like, and you can actually get as close to that stem as possible, and you'll be able to just pop those seeds out. In my opinion, banana peppers are not spicy at all, so you don't really need any gloves to do this. As you can see right here, you're just popping those seeds out if you wanted to. You don't even have to. That way you can use most of your pepper and not let it go to waste. I set a bowl next to me and just throw all the trash pieces in a bowl. And then slowly, as I go through the peppers, dump them in the ice bath. If you were wondering, there were 52 peppers altogether. Then you're going to put all your cut peppers in the fridge for 24 hours. Now we're going to make our brine. We're going to do a 4-to-2 ratio. So 4 cups of white vinegar and 2 cups of water. Make sure you sanitize your jars and your lids. Your lids will need to be hot to seal properly. I put them in a pot with the water lukewarm and let it reach a low boil and just leave it at that temperature. In the meantime, I'm going to put my peppers in my jars. You can use whatever you have, but I'm just going to use this pasta spoon. You want just the peppers to be transferred to your jars, not all the water that they were in. Sometimes there is excess water, so just dump it back in the bowl, no big deal. You do want to leave about an inch of headspace at the top, but what I found is once I put my hot brine in, the peppers do tend to sink down a little bit. So if you have less than an inch when you put your peppers in initially, you'll be just fine. My little helpers are finishing up putting the peppers in the jars. Nothing wrong with a little taste test before the product is finished. There's no way those taste good, but that second child's always a savage one, so this is also your reminder to keep things sanitary while canning. All right, let's get back to it. I put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt or pickling salt in each jar. So my brine is boiling and my lids are at least simmering at this point, so we are ready to can. I'm using my canning funnel and I'm putting my hot brine right in the jars. Feel free to fill up all of your jars before you put your lids on. Once I've added my brine to all of my jars, I'm going to use my spatula and kind of just push everything down. You can poke down on the sides too to try to get any of the air bubbles that might be trapped in there out. This will create a better seal if there are no air bubbles. Now I'm going to take my paper towel with a little bit of white vinegar and just clean the rims, again for a better seal. I'm going to get my lids out and put them straight on top with my little jar magnet. When you put your rings on, they do not have to be on there super tight, just finger tight. The ring is just simply to hold the lid in place until it seals. Check your jars to see that they all have the little bump pointing out, and eventually when they seal, it'll go inward. Here is my first and last jar, and you can already see that yellow color starting to come through. Here's some inspiration for how we use these in our house, and also several crock pot recipes, which I will post later. Enjoy your banana peppers.